Namaste. Good morning to you. It's a bit wet here. It's starting to rain again. It's been raining for a day or so, so I don't think I'll be out here for long because it's starting to come through again. So very cleansing, lots of purging, clearing energy around this morning. So good morning, my name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And it's my honour to be here sharing with you and spending some time with you on this Saturday morning. It's a little bit chilly out here and yes, it is raining, as you could probably see a little bit. So I'm going to work with that energy and cleanse and clear and do some purging and releasing today. Hi Stacey and Rebecca. Hi Dina and Kels is here. Hi Lisa and Tammy. Hi CJ. Ryan's here. Lovely to see you all. If you're new to watching, welcome. Actually, it's quite cold. My eyes are watering. It's funny, isn't it? We've had really hot weather for spring. It's not we don't usually have quite so hot weather in November, so and then we have a colder day and you just really feel it more, so my body's really feeling it today. But extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you for your support. Thank you also to my patrons who have decided to continue supporting throughout December because that transitions on the 1st of the month. So thank you for continuing your patronage, and I'll look forward to connecting with you on Tuesday and creating and sharing your rewards for the different options and pledges that you've made. So thank you so much. If you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards, and I'm going to be pulling one card for Saturday, one card for Sunday, and one card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. This I'm not doing personal requests for guidance here today. This is general guidance for everyone, so I trust that you've been led here for a reason and something shared will be helpful and supportive for you. Just take on board what feels right and what resonates with you and let the rest go. I just share what I feel, and it's up to you to take on board or to let go of whatever resonates or doesn't resonate. So this is a guide only. So I trust something shared will be helpful for you. Hi Melissa, hi Anne-Marie, Debbie's here, and Aisha or Asha. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. But let's now get straight into it. We're looking for the best card for Saturday, the 2nd of December. So if it's not Saturday for you yet, you can think of this as guidance in advance. So Saturday the 2nd, I trust the best card will find its way to the top. Let's take a nice deep breath. Okay, let's go with this card here for Saturday. We've got the Lotus Heart, card 22, and the key words say Om Mantra, meditate, reconnect, and peace. So this, when I illustrated this card, I felt that that this was the heart. So this was representing our heart at the time, and this beautiful blossoming that a lot of us are feeling in this last week, especially in the heart. Sometimes, in fact, often when we do go through a blossoming growth sort of period in our body and in our heart, we can feel like almost like our limbs are being ripped out of our sockets and like we're being pulled apart to be put back together again in a new way. It reminds me a little bit of the caterpillar in the cocoon as it transforms into the butterfly, and this almost literal pull apart of the caterpillar so it can reform and restructure in its new body, its new vehicle of the butterfly. So a lot of us have been feeling that in this last week or so, this blossoming, this kind of pulling apart feeling, this sense of being under repair as we're being put back together again in a new way. There's great transformation that we've been feeling inwardly as we've been turning our focus more inward. So this talks about Saturday, this sense of blossoming and opening in the heart, and there's this sense of gentleness that I'm feeling here as well. So this gentle opening, this gentle movement, and this just overall feeling of gentleness that we may be experiencing, this bliss sort of gentleness that's coming through for Saturday that we may be feeling deep within. So Saturday feels very favourable for reconnecting as well with who we are, reconnecting with people in our life that we may have been a bit withdrawn from lately as we've been slipping into our sort of private mode, if you like, from time to time over this last week. So we may feel this sense of rekindling, this sense of reconnection, a sense of re-establishing a connection with other people, but also re-establishing that connection with ourselves. So this in the centre here is the Om symbol, the Om mantra. And the Om to me in this moment feels like bringing us back into centre. So bringing us back into that space of feeling centred and aligned, reconnected with who we are, and this sense of balance as well. Because when we're aligned, so when I think about being in alignment or being in centre, I imagine this like a thread, if you like, of light that runs up and down the centre of my body, like up parallel with my spine or in alignment with my spine. And when we're in that space of alignment, we are in a space of balance. We're in a space of connection because we're connecting with not only the world beyond the physical, but connecting with parts of ourselves and our life and others. And there's also at the opposite end of this pillar or this thread of light, if you like, we're also connecting with the earth, our physical selves, our physical space, our life in general. So this sense of grounding coming through as well. So there's this sense of things coming together. We might feel quite connected and quite in alignment and balanced as well on Saturday. So if we're not, it's okay. Just recognise that you might be feeling a bit out of balance and look at how you can make some adjustments. There's a strong purging energy coming through for Saturday. So if you're not feeling that state of gentleness, that state of bliss, that state of calm or contentment within, then it may be important for you to think about how can you cleanse, clear, purge, purify, let go, and allow the stuff that's holding you back to be released from your being, from your mind, your heart, and your life, if needed. So I trust that's helpful and supportive for you for Saturday. So let's take a few deep breaths and do a little bit of cleansing while these rain's just coming through lightly, and work with it. So I'm going to encourage you to take 3 nice deep breaths. I'm not going to talk while I'm doing it. I'm just going to encourage you to just slip inward, slip into yourself, slip into your heart, tune into your body, do a scan of your body if you want to and see how it's doing. And just take these moments to stop, pause and connect. And then I'll get out the singing bell and we'll do a little bit of clearing. So let's take some nice deep breaths. Okay, let's play the singing bell. I can feel my allergies coming up. Play the singing bell now. So this is my Tibetan singing bell, and I've taken the ringer out and I play it this way. Let's work with the singing bell. Well, firstly, to trust your intuition and what you feel. Excuse me. What you feel. Everything's running now. I guess it's part of the cleansing, but I can feel my allergies coming up, so I need to take a Phenagrin or something in a minute. But let's work with the energy, with the clearing, with the bit of rain that's coming through, to help us release and let go and purge and just let go of everything that's holding us back in this moment, and all our coatings and skin and heavy layers that we wear around ourselves that we hide behind. If your intuition's telling you that you need to do something else, then please trust that. So trust your intuition, and we'll see what comes up. Let's take a nice deep breath. There's nothing you can do wrong, so just at the very least, listen and work with your breathing to help yourself let go. So think about breathing out and letting go. I guess with the ambulance going past it and the siren sounding, the emergency siren in the background may mean that this might be quite urgent for some of you that might be connecting to purge and let go. So really think about really focusing and paying attention on your releasing. So be willing to let go. Scan your body, release any tension that you're holding in your muscles or in your body. Release through your mind, let go in your heart. To let go. It is safe for you to let go. Let go. Release your hold. Let the past go. Let your hurt go. Let your struggles go. Okay, I'm just finishing up now, so take a last nice deep breath. And breathe that new air in now to replace the old air and the old stuff that you've been releasing. Draw some deep breaths in. Okay, so as you release the old, as you let go of your hold on things, often it frees up the situation for one, but it also makes room within you and within your life for the new to come in. So if you've been clogged up with worry and thinking about the past, or consumed by the hurt or what happened to you, you're not allowing much space within for the new to come in. So feel the hurt that you feel. Be real about feeling hurt or struggling right now. Be real and honest about that. And let it go. Let your hold on it go so it doesn't consume you so much. And you'll probably find that new energy, new stuff starts to come in to your life and into your body to replace all that space where you held on. So don't hold on so tightly. Allow yourself to let go. And release. And then tap into that beautiful space of center, that beautiful heart of yours, and your good qualities and the things that are working for you. So I trust that's helpful. Thank you for connecting. Hello, Anita. Christina says, that was nice. Great. Hi, Isabelita. Hi, Joanne, who says, thank you, I needed that. Yeah, it's really nice and nourishing, isn't it? It's nice to soak up these sorts of things, but, you know, I'm doing these now to help you realise that you can create these spaces for yourself. So these are the types of spaces that I create for myself, privately and publicly, I guess, like this. But, you know, just remember that you can create these spaces for yourself whenever you need them. So thanks. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Lonus. Kels says, lovely. Christina says, I needed it too. Thank you. Okay, let's now look for the best card for Sunday, the 3rd of December. Sunday the 3rd. So I trust the best card that will help the majority of us will find its way to the top. Let's go with this guy right here. This. It's not a guy at all. It's card 12 called Floating. And the key words say spontaneous, calling, mental break and escape. This is talking about it being very favourable for some of us on Sunday to take a spontaneous break, to step out away from the things that we're doing or the things that we have to do, the things on our mind, our obligations, our duties, the things that we are obligated to do. See if we can, if it's possible and if we're inspired to step out and take a bit of a mental break. Perhaps a bit of a drive or a walk or some time out might be really important. And the reason for that will most likely be to help us see things from a new perspective. Sometimes when we're really close to things that are going on, or we're dealing with like everyday stuff that we have to deal with, our obligations and our duties and the things that we do every day, sometimes we get so focused and so consumed by them, and they're so close to us, that we can feel kind of pressured and bogged down by these duties and obligations that we're under. So we might find Sunday really helpful and very freeing for us to take a bit of a random spontaneous break. It may be just to step outside, take a walk, go for a drive, or do something a bit different to help us see things from a new perspective, to give us a break, but as well help us step back, give us a little bit of distance between what's consuming us, with what's consuming us really. So if we've been feeling that, we might be inspired to. But there's a spontaneity with this card. So it may be something that we just suddenly feel, I'm inspired to go and do this, I'm inspired to visit this person or go out to this nature setting, and run with that if we're inspired to. So we might find ourselves really tapping into that spontaneity to take a mental break and to take a bit of an escape on Sunday, a bit of create a bit of a distance, a new perspective is what the goal of this is. You know, sometimes if I'm in a bit of a heavy space and I'm feeling quite consumed by it and it's kind of having a negative impact on me, I will often feel or just wake up one morning and go, all right, I just need to take a drive, go and visit my grandmother, or go for a drive in the country, or go down to my healing spot, my healing space. And that bit of break, that bit of a distance, even just stepping away from home or stepping away from the workplace or whatever it might be, the nature of this situation, can be really, really freeing. So be careful you're not rolling around in the problem and allowing it to consume you every day, day in, day out, without giving yourself a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of time away to help replenish and recharge yourself. It's a bit like refueling. So just see how that resonates with you. There's little grounding in this card. So it also implies that we might be feeling quite mentally active on Sunday and might be thinking things and processing things quite a lot over and over in our heads. So taking that break may give us a bit of a mental break too. So that's the guidance for Sunday. I trust it resonates. So if you are unable to take a spontaneous break, for example, if you've got someone in your care that needs to be looked after, then perhaps consider if possible you can get someone in to look after that person for you so you can take a break, or see what you can do to start putting some action into place so that you can take a break on Sunday if that's something that's possible for you. So just see how you go. So I'm now looking for the best card for the theme for Saturday and Sunday. The theme card will help us see the bigger picture for these days in question. And Joe, welcome. I'm not doing personal requests here. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that something shared is helpful for you. So the theme card for Saturday and Sunday, I trust the best card is this here. Now, this is interesting to throw in the mix, isn't it? This is Shapeshifter. Shadow, actually, sorry. Card 36, called Shadow. And its keywords say shape-shifting, hidden, release, and raven. I feel that there's potential here for some really serious releasing, clearing, purging that I've been talking about, but also self-healing time and really looking at our fear, our shadow side, and the dark parts of ourselves that might have been trying to get our attention lately. So our dark part of ourselves, which we could call our shadow side, it's usually a part of us that remains hidden, even hidden from ourselves, but especially hidden from others. And it seems to live in the shadows, in the dark parts of our being. We are beings made of light and dark. This is part of the yin-yang, part of the balance, part of who we are as a being. So I feel sometimes to think that we're all love and light all the time might mean that we're denying that shadowy part of ourselves. But we may find that the shadowy part, our fear, our anxiety, our insecurities, our issues, may stir up over the weekend and may have been stirring up in these last few days as well, and may be part of what many of us are being called to purge and clear and release from our being. So there's nothing to fear about our shadow side. But having said that, our shadow side contains fear. So it can be scary to think of looking at or exploring our shadow side because we don't want to go there. We don't want to feel that feeling. We don't want to remember that which happened in the past. I've found that the louder my fear is, the more amazing the freedom is on the other side. So the louder my resistance to facing my fear or facing my shadow, the more incredible the freedom is on the other side. So I pay attention to when I feel the fear or the resistance, and I recognize that it's part of my shadow side or my ego, which to me is the voice of my hurt and pain. It's part of that darker side of me that's trying to get my attention, but also that part of ourselves wants us to live in fear. So I allow my heart, my soul, my truth to step up and become louder than the fear and work with that fear to motivate myself to move through it and come out the other side. So don't be afraid to look at your shadow side, at those parts of yourself that you keep hidden from others, but especially perhaps hidden from yourself. They might stir up and come to the surface over the weekend. Because the purging, cleansing, purification energy is really strong, even before this card came up, I've been talking about it. Before I started this video, I've been feeling it. So it's probably this stuff's coming up to help us, or coming up to the surface so we can release it, so that we can clear ourselves and become ultimately better versions of who we are, and not better versions based on what other people think we should be, or who society wants to mould us to be, or what the current trends are that we need to feel like we need to fit into, but improving ourselves to be who we choose we want to be, based on our values, our truth, and what's important to us as an individual. All of these external things and people can inspire us perhaps, or reveal parts of ourselves we may not have thought about before, but ultimately it comes back to who we want to be and who we decide we want to be. So let's allow our shadow side to come to the surface. Let's allow ourselves to let go and to purge the stuff, the dark parts of ourselves, our fear that's holding us back, so that we can become better versions of ourselves. Let's not allow ourselves to be consumed by our fear and by our dark side, but let our light shine through the darkness. Let's allow our love and our truth and who we are to become more prominent in our life. So there's a lot of shifting, a lot of change, a lot of revealing of our shadow that's coming to the surface for some of us, so that we can bring light into the darkness. So it's a bit like the darkest part of the night is just before the dawn. So the darkest part of the night, we could also think about that representing our shadow side, our inner darkness that's wanting to be explored or released. Explored and acknowledged so that we can release it. We've all got it, so let's stop avoiding and denying our dark side. Let's stop being consumed by our fear and running the other way. But let's look at what our fear is trying to cover so that we can push through the fear and come out the other side. If personally, but I've been doing self-healing work for many years, a decade and a half, and passionately every day. So when I feel a fear and my first instinct is to run or hide or go the other way or not do something or doubt my abilities and allow the fear to take over, I will raise a red flag within myself when I feel that and actually go towards the fear and use the fear to motivate myself to move forward. So be aware that if you're feeling like you want to run, or if your first instinct is to run away, then look at what is this fear about? How can you push through it and come out the other side? The louder the fear, the more amazing it is on the other side, has been my experience. So I'm not afraid to feel the fear. I acknowledge it because I feel the falseness of it. There's something false about fear. As I've become more familiar with it, it might feel loud and scary and all-consuming and want us to run the other direction, but there's something very fake, very surface about the fear. It's very superficial. So as we deepen within ourselves, we can recognize that that sense of surface, that sense of it being superficial, and actually move through that fear. It's not as scary as what it may lead us to believe. So there is shifting happening with this, and this is why I'm talking about it. So we're not just bringing it to our attention, we're not just feeling it. This is about shifting it. This is about shape-shifting and turning our fear or the darkness into the light. It's about releasing and revealing what has been hidden, or releasing what we've been hurt by and revealing what's been hidden. So don't be afraid to face your inner darkness and allow more of your inner light to shine. So I trust this is helpful for you. Again, just take on board what felt right and let the rest go. And just pay attention to what resonates with you and what seems to relate to what you've been going through lately, because it's no accident that I'm talking about that and you happen to be connecting with it or listening. So I trust this is helpful. These cards have come to you from my Speed of Light Oracle cards, which are available now. Have a look on my website if you're inspired to learn more about them or add them to your collection. Just go to templeofbalance.com.au. So thank you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you'd like to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. I've got a big week coming up of doing all of my live streamings. So on Tuesday, I look forward to connecting with our Temple of Balance patrons. Our patrons, let me start from the beginning. My Temple of Balance patron thing that I talk about is a way for you to support my work if you want to, and you basically, if you're inspired to, you can pledge from $1 a month to $50 a month, or whatever you want to do, whatever works for you, if you're inspired to. And what happens with there's different reward pledges. So for example, at the $5 a month pledge, you receive a meditation and an audio message that's just exclusive for patrons. So at the $15 pledge, you also get access to me connecting with you more personally in a healing live stream, which I'll be doing on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I look forward to connecting with those of you who have pledged the $15 or more on my Temple of Balance patron page. So thank you for your support very much. I really appreciate it. And I look forward to connecting with you on Tuesday for your personal healing time. So I don't know what that will be yet. I'll see what inspires me on the day. So that's on Tuesday. That will be happening in our Temple of Balance closed group. It will be a public healing event, but I'll be connecting with specific people who have pledged at that level. But you can connect if you want. You don't have to be a patron to connect. So that's on Tuesday. On Wednesday is our next online drumming circle. That's Wednesday the 6th of December. and that's for our Temple of Balance Pillar of Light family, or if you register separately to participate in the drumming circle, that is happening on Wednesday, and I really look forward to it. I love our drumming circles, so that will be happening then. That will be private, so that's happening in our private closed drumming group. And then Thursday, actually, not Wednesday, but Thursday is our healing event for our Pillar of Light family. So that's like a healing journey we go through, and that's private in our Pillar of Light closed group. So I look forward to connecting with those of you next week, or if you'd like to participate, it's not too late to join. So to participate in all of them is the $15 patron pledge. To participate in the online drumming circle and the Pillar of Light healing group, so the Wednesday and Thursday one, is just become a Pillar of Light family member, and you can participate in those. So if you're inspired to, you can learn more about them on my website at templeofbalance.com.au, or just let me know if you can't find the things. I look forward to connecting with those of you who are connecting then. But I'll be back to share with you again some more guidance. What day is it? Saturday? On Monday, I'm sure I'll be back. So have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy your releasing time. It doesn't have to be a big deal, so you can just make it as lighthearted as you want to, but dedicate, pay attention, focus on your releasing. Make it a priority if it's needed, if it's necessary, if it's something you've been putting off. Make it a priority this weekend. It looks like the energy is very favourable for releasing and revealing our shadow side and stepping through that darkness. So have courage and believe in yourself that you can do it. Stop saying that it's too hard, and just be willing to soften that hardness that you may have been putting up around it, and recognising your capacity and ability to help yourself. So thank you so much for connecting. I'll connect with you again soon. Thank you. Sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste. And namaste means that the divine, the creator within me, honours and acknowledges the divine, the creator within you. That we are one, we are equal. So thank you for being you. Namaste. Thank you.